All right.
How many people are online?
We have two, so we have a small class. We have 2 online and we have 2 in studio.
Wow.
So we have a small class today. I think I scared everybody last week. I'm trying to think what I did last week.
I remember.
Hello, Emmy.
I remember.
My granddaughter's standing in front of her TV clapping. So, good morning, Emmy. All right. So I want you to, just for a moment, come to an easy seated position. We're actually going to start in constructive rest. But the reason I want you to start here is I do want you to close your eyes and to sink into the pelvis, sink into the breath. And we were just talking about how our bodies feel kind of creaky and cracky this morning. So take a little bit of a measure, do a mind-body scan, and just notice specifically, what is it that maybe it feels really good today and you're used to it barking at you. Maybe you're feeling some different twinges that as we move through class, you want to make certain to ask about modifications or what should I do kind of things. And when you feel that you have from head to toe done that body scan, you can gently, softly open your eyes and come down onto your back. And we'll actually all start there supine. But take that time, take that moment to give yourself, yep, just stretch out slowly. As soon as Nancy did that, her knee went, don't forget me. So come all the way down onto your back. Take a nice deep breath in and just feel the floor supporting your body. And then gently bend the knees and bring the soles of the feet as wide apart as your mat. Take the arms out into a nice big Michael Jordan T on the floor and then flip the palms up towards the sky. Draw the arms around so that you're wrapping the arms around your chest, giving yourself a nice big hug. Nothing too aggressive here right now. This is a gentle warm up. So we're just crossing the midline with the arms. When you're ready, let the knees go off to the right side, gently falling towards the floor. And if this is too intense with the feet nice and wide, you can bring them in closer together. Take a breath or two here. And then on an inhale, draw the knees back up to center, let the feet flatten on the floor, and then exhale and come onto the knife edges of the feet to the left side of your body. If at any time the sensation through the upper chest is too much as you hug yourself, you're always welcome to take the arms into cactus or a T. With the next inhale, bring the knees up. And once more on each side with deliberation. Take the knees off to the right. Enjoy a breath or two. And as you're ready, lift those knees back up to the center and then take them off to the left. If you're using music, you might go ahead and start it, letting your arms unwind, bringing the knees back to center, grabbing whatever you're starting your music on. Unwind those arms and take them out to the sides of your mat. Walk your feet in so they're in line with your sit bones. Draw the knees in towards the chest, grasp the shins. Now, before you pull the shins in, snug the hips down towards the floor, the sacrum towards the floor. Keep the back flat and gently start to pull the shins in towards the chest. Let the shoulders relax towards the floor. So resist the urge to squeeze with the arms. Just let the weight of the arms draw the legs in towards the chest. Now flex your feet and make little circles with those toes. You can go to one side. Then you can go to the other side, rolling those ankles. Maybe you'll get fancy and try to go 2 different ways. Get all the cracks out of the ankles to start. And then still this pose. Keep the right leg in nice and tight. Look around and make certain that you've got access to a strap. So if you don't, release and find your strap, bringing it in close. Hold that right knee in nice and tight and stretch the left leg out, hovering it over the mat. Press through the left heel and draw in through the right knee. Again, resist the urge to draw the shoulders up. Let the shoulders relax towards the floor. Then gently press the left hamstrings down into the floor. Grasp your strap and place the strap around the arch of the right foot. Holding that strap up as close to your foot as you can get, stretch the foot up towards the sky and straighten the arm, letting the right shoulder press towards the floor. You can have the left hand on the left hip or take the left arm out to the side. Really press down through the left side body and take the right leg out to the right side. Now remember, you're just warming up, so don't go at this pose the way you would if it was a final pose in our cool down. Notice if the left leg starts to pop up. Yep, that was a beautiful reset, Lisa. You just pull the leg back in, draw the left hip down. And when you're ready, use the inner thigh to draw that leg back up. Let the left hand float up, grasping up high on the strap, taking that right arm to either the right hip or out to the right side. As you press up through the right heel, let the left hand slide down towards the floor, keeping the arm straight. Let the left shoulder come into the floor. And then take the right leg cross body. You should really feel this on the outside of the right leg. If you're not feeling that, bend your knee, your right knee, and then stretch through the right heel. If you're still not feeling it, then you're probably nice and open there. In this position, if the neck feels okay, look over the right fingertips for the last breath or so. And then use the outer right leg to pull the leg back up into the center of the mat. Let go of the straps. Let the arms go out to the right and left sides, nice big T. Pull the belly button down towards the spine and stretch that right leg down towards the floor, nice and slow, engaging the abdominals. You can grab the strap, bend the right knee, and just pull the strap up so you've got hold of it for the other side. Draw the left knee in, squeeze that knee in towards the chest, relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Draw the right leg up off the floor as you stretch through that leg, engaging the abdominals again, and then lay the leg down. Keep pulling the left knee towards the left armpit as you press the right foot away. Take the strap around the arch of the left foot, holding the strap in the left hand up nice and high close to the foot. Stretch the foot straight, let the strap slide through the hand, and draw the shoulder blade down onto the back. Anchor the right side of the body, and as you exhale, take that left leg out. Nice and slow, don't just let it slam out there to the side. We always want to keep muscular energy involved. One more breath in and out here. And then use that inner thigh to draw the leg back up. Float the right hand up, meeting the left. Take the left arm out. Let that right shoulder blade come back down towards the floor. Exhale, take the left leg cross body. Try to roll that left shoulder towards the ground. Breathe into the twist here. Now, if the neck feels okay, look over towards the left fingertips. And then use the outer left leg to draw the leg back up towards the ceiling. Let the straps go wide on either side of your chest and just drop the straps towards the floor. Arms go out long. Pull the belly button up and in, and very slowly try to take that left leg down next to the right leg. And then shake those legs out on the floor. Beautiful. You can take your strap away and just place it off the side of your mat. Bend your left knee and plant the left foot on the ground. I'm going to switch my orientation so people on the screen can see what I'm doing here. So I'm going to plant the left foot as though I were headed for a bridge pose. Draw the right foot up and over. We're headed for a supine pigeon pose. Muscularly draw the right knee away from the right shoulder and relax the shoulders towards the floor. Take a big breath in and out here. Make certain that your right foot is flexed. Keeping that right knee pressing away from the right shoulder, use the left leg to drive the legs up into the air and thread your hands through, finding either the left thigh or the left shin. Now remember, especially those of us that were talking about needing to back off, when there's something extra offered, it's an invitation if your body wants it. It is not a challenge. If you'd like to stay right here, just gently pulling that left thigh in as you press the left thigh back into your hand, stay here. If you would like a little more sensation through the hips, stretch the left leg up towards the floor, up towards the ceiling, excuse me. Stretch through the heel and flex the feet so that the toes are towards your face. Again, you're welcome to stay right here, working on getting sensation in that outer right hip by pressing the right knee away as you pull the left thigh in. Or you can walk your hands up your left leg. Now, the goal here is not to let the sacrum pull up like mine just did. Try to lay the sacrum flat as you draw the legs closer towards your face. If you roll the sacrum, you've taken it out of the hips and into the back. Release the hands, and as your left foot floats down, let it go to the mat to the outside of the left hip. Let the arms go into either a cactus or a T, depending on your shoulders, as you take the knees off to the right, now in a bound twist. Couple of breaths. And then draw the feet back up into that neutral pigeon. We're going to draw the right foot up off the left leg, heading to half happy baby. Draw the right ankle and right knee to the outside of the right rib cage. Thread your right arm inside the leg and grasp the outside of the foot. Plant that left hand on your left hip. Start to draw the right foot down towards the floor. So you need to really clear the right rib cage. You can take your left hand and actually push into the right thigh. Once you feel you've got the maximum draw down towards the floor with the hips square, go ahead and start to roll off to the right, trying to draw that right thigh flat on the floor. So your left hip will pop up. You'll feel a lot of sensation in the left outer hip. So Nancy, bring your right hand to the inside and then in front of your shin. There you go. Now grab the outside, flip your hands, so grabbing the outside coming under. Yeah, now you'll be able to have your foot in line. Yeah, beautiful. So her hips are so nice, wide and open. She can draw that right thigh all the way down on the ground and her left hip is still on the ground. Most people can't do that, Nancy. Inhale back up and take that right foot down to the ground. Let's do all that on the left side. So plant that right foot, draw that left foot up and over, finding your supine pigeon. Gently start to press the left knee away. Don't use the hands, use the muscular energy of your left leg. When you've got that left knee pressed as far away as you can go without using the hands, then draw the right leg up towards the chest. Keep pressing that left knee away. Draw the hands in and through, threading your needle here, eye of the needle. You can either grab the thigh or pull in and grab the right shin. Whichever one your body says, oh, that feels good this morning. Keep that left foot flexed to help protect the knee and keep muscular energy flowing through the leg. Let the shoulders and the neck relax. Check in with the jaw. If you'd like more sensation, go ahead and straighten that right leg. You can keep the hands on the thighs or the shins, or you can reach up and grasp the calf. Check in again. Don't let that sacrum roll. Keep it down on the floor. Nice deep breaths in and out. And then release that right foot. Take the right foot down to the outside of the right hip. Let the arms go into a T or a cactus, your choice. And then walk the knees off to the left side of the body for that bound twist. This has to be one of my absolute favorite twists. It just feels so good through my low back. And then walk those feet back into center. Take that left leg off the right leg, and we're headed to that half happy baby. So stack right ankle over right knee. Press with the right hand, left ankle over left knee. Press with the right hand to push the left thigh further away from the left rib cage. Keep the right hips planted as you start to drive that left ankle and left knee towards the floor. When you kind of feel like, okay, I got all I can get with the right hip flat, go ahead and start to roll onto the left hip, trying to draw that left thigh all the way down. Different sides feel different?
This was easier to get done.
You're there. Yeah, you are there.
It was like, wow.
And then come back through the center. Bring both legs up and find full happy baby now. Take those legs nice and wide across the rib cage. Stack the ankles over the knees. Relax the shoulders. Let the weight of the arms pull the legs towards the floor. You're welcome to stay here and perhaps rock your baby if you would like, giving yourself a little low back rub. If you'd like a little more stretch and sensation, use your peace fingers to grab your big toes. Hold the left leg in place as you start to stretch the right leg out, drawing the toes towards the floor. And then bring that right leg back in place, stretch the left leg out. This is a big hamstring stretch, so be gentle. Come back in. Now you're welcome to do one side or the other, or to try both legs. Wherever you are, bring your legs back into your chest, grasp your shins, cross the feet at the ankles, and then rock stem to stern until you come up to a seated position. Draw the soles of the feet in close to each other and press into Baddha Konasana. Now, don't worry about drawing your pelvis all the way up and in this Baddha Konasana. Instead, let's work on getting the feet pressing firmly into each other, lifting up through the sit bones. And if that doesn't want to happen, then grab your block, Deb Domke, and put your block underneath your bottom, okay? If you give your hips a little more space, then you'll find that the knees will be much happier dropping down, and we can get the opening through the inner groin that we want to get. Lift up through the heart here and take a nice big breath in and out. And then we'll work a little bit on ankle mobility. So take the hands down to the feet and see if you can try to open them up like a book, drawing the toenails down towards the floor. Once again, Nancy and Lisa are doing pretty well with this. This is where my ankles just look back at me like, are you, what? We try not to do this. Bring the soles of those feet back together again. Draw the hands underneath the knees and slide the legs up. If you're on a block, come off of that block and bring your legs into Siddhasana, Sukhasana, whatever works for you. All right. Lift up through the heart. Take the left hand to the right leg. Take the right arm behind you. Lift up and find a nice, easy supine seated twist. And breathe. Come back through the center. And before we take the easy twist on the other side, we'll add in an eagle arm. So take the arms out, draw the right arm under the left. You can bring the backs of the hands together. You can give yourself another hug, or you can find that full eagle twist. Totally up to you and your arms today, right? All right, wherever you are, lift up through those elbows, look through the forearms. Exhale, nice flat back, start to bow, bringing the forearms towards the floor. Inhale, lifting back up. Unwind those arms and roll the shoulders out. Take the right hand over to the left knee, the left hand back behind you, lift up through the heart and twist to the left. Again, relax those shoulders. They want to help with the twist. They don't, they just make it tighter. We're doing a lot of different kinds of twists and tying ourselves up today based on a Rich Gonchak quote. A lot of stress in our lives right now. And Rich said we come to the mat and tie our bodies up in knots to untie the knots in our mind that life twists in. Unwind, coming back through the center. And let's take eagle arms the other direction. So whichever arm was on top before, let it be the bottom. Notice the different sensation in the shoulders as you do that. Remember, backs of hands are fine, hugs are fine, whatever works, okay? Yeah, beautiful. Inhale those elbows up. And then exhale, nice flat back. Start to bring those forearms down towards the floor. Once you feel the back start to curl, stop, don't curl. Inhale, lift back up, unwind those arms and roll those shoulders out. From doing that, I think that's what tweaked my shoulder last night. All right, we're gonna take the hips back behind us. We're gonna come to our table. And set yourself up here. Nobody here is brand new. So find your tabletop. Nice long spine, pressing out through the head, back through the hips, pulling the belly up and in. Draw the inner arms towards each other and shift the weight into the finger pads. Take a nice big breath in and out. And then leading with the sacrum, find your cow pose. Let it roll through the spine until the heart lifts forward. Then exhale, and again, start with the sacrum, curling it down towards the floor, lifting through the spine, letting the head drop. Keep going, always starting at the sacrum, please. And after you've completed 3 of those and are in your neutral tabletop position, walk your hands forward a few handprints, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and press back, finding a down dog. Go ahead here and take a moment to walk through your dog. You can roll those hips side to side. Do whatever feels good. We almost all have our little way of getting into our comfortable down dog so that we can begin to approximate a resting position here. Still your down dog and look forward at your hands. Make certain you're pressing the hands away towards the top of the mat, driving your hips up in the air as you do that, stretching long through the body. Then bend the knees, coming onto the toes, bringing the shins parallel to the mat. Lift the sit bones high, getting a nice curve in the low back. Keep all that going on as you stretch the legs straight, drawing the heels towards the floor. 2 big breaths in and out in this fully extended, expressed down dog. And then look towards the front of your mat. Take tiny little steps. Try to bend the knees as needed, keeping the hands in contact with the mat. Once you arrive at the top of the mat, fully forward fold, then inhale and rise halfway up. Pull that belly in, forward fold all the way down. Bring the hands to the hips, bend the knees, lift through the heart and rise all the way up. Exhale, the hands pressing the palms into each other. Full sun salutation A. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, float down. Inhale halfway. Exhale, plant those hands. Make your way to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Perhaps you hover and then release all the way down. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Come all the way down, tuck those toes, reverse your plank or press through down dog, press through table to your down dog. Take 3 breaths in and out here. All right, plant that left foot, keeping the hip points pointed towards the mat. Float that right leg up in the air. Press the left heel down and lift the right leg higher. Bend the right knee and bring the right knee in towards the right elbow. Exhale, pressing back. Press the left heel down towards the floor and then draw the right knee in towards the left elbow. Cross body. Press all the way out again. Again, notice you'll have risen on those left tiptoes probably, so press the heel towards the floor, draw the right knee into the midline, hover, come up onto the left tiptoes, and then draw the right foot in and through. You got it. Press the left knee down onto the mat. Feel free to grab a wrap pad, a blanket, or roll your mat up as you need to. Scissor those legs. Inhale, rise up, finding a nice low lunge. Take a breath here, in and out, and then draw the left hand down to the outside of the right knee, the right hand down to the outside of the hip. Lift through the heart, relax the shoulders, and twist to the right. Squeeze those legs together, hold your twist, and let your arms float up. Flip your palms, come back through the center. Exhale the hands down to frame that front foot. Stretch through the left leg, finding a nice runner's lunge. Step into the left foot and, step into the right foot and pull the left foot up to a warrior 3 prep. So it's just parallel to the mat, even with the hips, hip points towards the floor. Then drop the left foot down towards the floor and shake those legs out. Inhale, halfway up, pull the belly in, exhale, forward, fold deeply. Window frame the arms with the head with the arms, and then let yourself ragdoll. Drop your hands down outside your feet, and then walk your hands off to the right side of your right foot. If that's too intense, feel free to bend the right knee to get there. Walk your hands back to the center of your mat, and then off to the left side of the left foot. Again, you can always pop that left knee if you need a little assistance here. Come back to the center of your mat, bring your hands to your hips, pull the elbows together, bend the knees, lift through the heart, and rise all the way up. Exhale the hands down to the heart center. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Can you hear my sinuses? Forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale and fold. Plant your hands, step back, find your plank. Now you're always welcome to skip the vinyasa if you would like it. Take the chaturanga to whatever back bend you would like this morning. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, press back, find down dog. Take a couple of breaths. We're going to do those crunches on this side too. So plant that right foot, and on your next inhale, lift the left leg up, keeping the hip points pointed towards the mat. Press the right heel towards the floor and lift the left leg higher. Draw the left knee in towards the left elbow and press back out long. As you exhale, draw that left knee in towards the right elbow, twisting, and then press back out long. All right, come into the center, hover, lift up onto the tiptoes, nice cat spine here, and then swing the left foot through, finding your lunge. Draw the right knee down to the ground, scissor those legs, windmill, bringing the arms up. Couple of breaths here. Giving you all a break on the Anjaneyasana. I've really been hitting Anjaneyasana lately. All right, right hand to the outside of the left knee. Left hand comes down to the hip. Relax the shoulders. Squeeze the legs together. Lift up, exhale, and twist to the left. Couple of breaths. Now, when you feel like you've gotten yourself twisted as far to the left as your chest is going to go, let those arms float up. You can take the palms up towards the sky and reach all the way up through the center. Exhale the hands down to frame that front foot. Stretch through the right leg, keeping the hips nice and low for your runner's lunge. Step into the left foot for that warrior three prep, drawing the right leg up, just parallel to the mat, both hip points towards the floor. And then draw the right foot down by the left and shake those legs out. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and fold. Bring the arms to a ragdoll position again and ragdoll back and forth, letting the upper body get heavy, dragging towards the floor. Let the arms relax down towards the mat. Now walk your feet as wide apart as your hips here. Bring your peace fingers in and grab your big toes. Bend the elbows and use that to help you draw your forehead closer to your knees, the crown of your head towards the floor. Hollow out the armpits as you draw the elbows out side to side. Keeping hold of your toes, lifting through the sit bones. Inhale, straighten the arms and come to an Ardha Uttanasana, holding on to your big toes. Exhale and forward fold. Bring the hands to the hips. Bend the knees, lift the heart, and rise to a chair. Couple of breaths. And then inhale and rise all the way up. Hands to the heart center and shake it all out. If you need a drink, grab one. You okay?
Yeah. My hammies are singing.
Hamstrings are barking. Okay. Hopefully they'll be barking in a good way. All right. Let me make sure where I'm headed here. Gently. Yeah, I actually am changing up the class a little bit so that we're using strength to get to where I want us to go instead of like slamming into big positions, all right? So press down through all four corners of the feet, draw those shins in, pull the thighs apart. Keep those legs pulling evenly in, right? Drop the sit bones, find a chair pose. Did you now notice, like as soon as you started to move, did you kind of let go of the legs and then have to re-squeeze? We want to remember to keep that action going. Press the sit bones away from the heels, back behind you, shifting the weight onto the backs of the feet. Squeeze the legs, pull the belly in and lift the heart a little bit more. One more in and out breath. And then exhale and forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale and fold. Plant your hands, step back, find your plank. You're welcome to skip this and go straight to down dog or to take the chaturanga. And meeting in down dog. We're headed into a modified sun B. So plant that left foot, lift the right leg up. Bend the right knee, open the right knee up towards the sky. Press the left heel down. Pull the right shoulder towards the left ankle. Breathe. Square the right hip back towards the floor and draw the right knee in, hover, and then place the right foot in between the hands. We're heading to a warrior one. So take that left foot flat, toes towards the front left corner of your mat. Inhale and lift up, finding warrior one. Nice big in and out breath here. Now warrior one is meant to be a psoas release as part of what we want to happen in the low back. And the way we get that is to really press through the back heel. So take a minute and bend that back leg, kind of coming up almost towards a lunge there. And then press down through the back heel, lift through the back thigh. Press further into the front knee. Bring the hands down to the hips. Inhale, lift through the heart. Exhale, and forward fold over the thigh. Don't go to humble warrior, just forward fold. Inhale, lift up, balance challenge. Exhale, forward fold, and draw your hands down to the mat to the inside of your right foot. Press that left leg back and walk the right foot out. Lizard lunge. I know, Nancy's favorite pose in the whole world. Now, now, Deb, the further you press that back leg back behind you and let your hips drop, yeah, the bigger the stretch you'll get. Beautiful. Now you're welcome to keep that left knee lifted, which is difficult, or bring it down and get a deeper stretch in the hip flexor. Also great for the low back and the psoas. You're welcome to stay lifted through the heart here. You can bring blocks in. And remember, the blocks can be nice and high. They don't have to go down low. We want them to find a little more ease, right? So we can have them nice and high and just rest our arms here. Another breath or two. Now again, remember in lizard lunge, you should feel the majority of the weight pressing into the right foot, not the back leg, the right foot. Take one more breath in and out here. And then as you're ready, take your blocks off if you were using them. Hands come back to the mat. Shift the left arm out to the left a little bit. Bring the right hand up to the inside of the right knee and just work with that joint a little bit, working the knee forward and back, around. And then bring the hands back down to the mat. Tuck the toes, lift that back knee up, press back, finding your plank, and either take the chaturanga to your back bend or take a child's pose or meet us in down dog. All great options. We'll take one full breath once we're in our down dog. And then plant that right foot. Lift the left leg up behind you. Drop the right heel, lift the left leg higher. Bend the left leg. Lift the left knee. Press right heel towards the floor. And then draw energetically the left shoulder back towards the right ankle. Square the hips off. Draw the left knee up into the core of the body, come up onto the toes, curl the spine, and then swing the left foot through. Warrior one on the other side, so plant that right foot, toes towards the front of the mat, and inhale the arms up. Warrior one. Once again, let's check in on our warrior, so bend that right knee, and then press through the heel, push through the thigh, bend into the front knee. So you should feel this humongous hip flexor stretch along the back hip flexor. Your calf should be barking at you right now, but your back will be thanking you. Bring the hands down to the hips and then flow the chest over the left thigh. Press into both feet equally as you inhale and lift up. Draw the left chest back down, coming to the inside, hands reach for the mat. Wibble wobble that right leg back behind you, stretching into your lizard, maybe walking that left foot off, the left hand off. And slowly gauging, where does my body need to be on this side? Do I want to take my right knee down to the ground, lay the right toes flat? Do I want to stay lifted through the body, or do I want to bring some blocks in and bring my forearms on those blocks? Maybe I feel really good this morning and I'm just going to take my forearms to the floor. Making certain that the weight is staying shifted forward as though you could step on that left foot and move forward.
So I feel it more here than I do here.
So a couple things that we can do. Nancy's saying she feels it more in the lifted hip than in the bottom hip. So one of the things that we want to do is, good reminder, is be mindful of pressing the lifted hip towards the floor and the lower hip up away so that we're squaring the back. Can you feel how you're coming off to the side? So really,
Which side am I coming off of?
You're pressing down towards your right side, towards your back, so like this. You want to lift the right hip and press down through the left hip. All right.
That's a joke, right?
Bring the blocks off if you're using them. Take the right hand a little further out to the right, left hand to the inside of the knee. Just give it a little wibble wobble back and forth. We're just opening that joint up, saying, come on, work with me here. And then the hands can come back down to the mat, right toes tuck, right knee lifts up. Drive that left leg back by the right. If you would like the chaturanga, take chaturanga to your back bend. Pressing back, finding down dog. Take a couple of breaths and walk those feet out. That lizard lunge and the three-legged dog with a twist can be big hip openers. Still your dog. Look towards the front of your mat. Bend your knees and step or hop to the front of your mat. Once you arrive, drop those sit bones towards the floor. We have to end our sun B with a chair. Lift through the arms. Squeeze those legs from ankles up to hips. Pull the belly in and lift the heart a little higher. And then inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. Shake it all out.
I think that when we do the lizard and I don't drop my back leg, I feel more of a stretch.
Yeah, it is a tougher,
without dropping it.
Yeah.
Stretches it more.
Yeah, because you're bringing muscular energy. And Nancy's saying in lizard, if she doesn't drop the back leg, she actually feels more there. And that's true because your muscular energy is engaged, right? If you're trying to stretch the hip flexor though, a passive stretch can be helpful. So that's an active stretch, right? The leg is lifted, muscles are engaged. So if it's fighting too much, which it does for many of us, that's why we drop the hip and we move into a passive stretch, just letting gravity pull on that muscle for us. All right. Now we're going to work on a tree, a vrikshasana. So if you would like to use a wall, go by a wall. And I promise not to make you try to lunge into the wall like I did on Tuesday. If you don't want to use a wall, then just stay at the end of your mat. You can also use, anything you can touch, a chair, whatever, a child. All right, hands can be on the hips or at your heart. Shift your weight over to your left foot and pop that right knee coming on to the tiptoes. Draw with the hip flexors, lifting the right leg up. Now, like we did in our low lunge, can you take your left hand to the outside of your right knee and your right hand to your hip? Relax your shoulders, lift through your heart, and turn your gaze, trying to turn your chest. You're welcome to stay here. Or you can work on straightening that front leg. And then bend the leg. And bring the foot down, unwind your twist. All right, let's head to tree now. Nancy didn't care for that one. Hands at the heart center. Shift the weight over to the left foot, popping that right knee. Now take the right knee out to the side. Use the hip flexor to lift the right knee up and then lower it. Lift and lower. Now, if you prefer your tree here or on your calf, that's fine. If you'd like to go for the full tree, I want you not to bend over and grab the leg. I want you instead to lift the leg and then grab and pull it up in. Yeah, let's make those hip flexors do some of the work. Find your balance as I struggle with mine. And if you'd like to let your tree grow, you can. And then bring your hands back to your heart center. Now draw the right knee off and forward. This is from Tuesday, little Tai Chi action. Take the right foot out, take the arms out, lift the right leg higher, and release it all towards the floor. Shake it out. Those hip flexors, they just don't want to do what we want them to do they?
A tree grows in Lake Zurich.
A tree grows in Lake Zurich. Many in class are reading A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. So, all right. So shift the weight to the right foot. I'm getting ready to skip something. What did we start with here? Oh, wait. Okay, I know what we did. I'm like, this is different from Tuesday and I'm screwing myself up. Sorry, guys. Lift that left leg up. Take the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Now you can like hold that knee there with the right hand. Left hand on the left hip. Lift up, relax the shoulders and twist to the left. You might stay here, just checking in with your balance. Or you might try to straighten that left leg. If I do it, I'm gonna fall. That's why, yes, I should be at the wall, right? And then release, come back through the center, shake it all out. All right, now let's play with our tree. So hands at the heart center, shift the weight to the right leg. We're gonna take that left knee out to the side. Start playing with that hip flexor. So lift the left leg up and draw it down. Lift it up and draw it down. Choose your tree, but make the flexor do the work, all right? Try not to bend all the way over and just grab that leg. Deb, that was really nice. Couple of breaths here. Woo! If your tree wants to grow, feel free to let it grow. Remember, whenever we start to get wobbly, we pull everything to the midline, we plant our roots, and we lift our heart. And then go ahead, bring the hands back to center, try to draw the left leg off and out front. Lift the leg higher, stretch the left leg forward, arms reach out, and then try to lift the left leg. And place the foot down, shake those legs out. Nice. All right. When you're ready, we'll meet at the front of our mat. Have a strap available here. We haven't done a lot of binding, so I do want to make certain that we have a strap for this next move. All right. We're gonna make our way to bound Parsvakonasana. All right. I'll show you. So let me show you when we get there what's going to happen. You're going to be in a warrior two pose. And depending on whether we enter from Parsvakonasana or whether we enter from warrior two, you're going to have the strap in the backhand and you bring it around your back. All right, place it. The more the strap is falling over your thigh, the more you'll have it where you want it. Then the other arm is going to reach down. We're going to try to bring the elbow in line, reach through, and find the other end of that strap. Then we can open up into a twist. All right. We use the strap, we can get there gently without killing our shoulders. All right. Find your mountain pose. Inhale, stretch all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Make your way to your plank. If you'd like the vinyasa, take it. If you want to conserve your energy, press back to down dog, your choice. And once we are all in down dog, we'll take a breath or two here. And then plant that left foot, lift the right leg up, draw the left heel down, draw the right knee in towards the chest, and then swing the foot through. Pivot the left foot down, finding warrior two, windmilling the arms up, breathing. Flip that front palm, keep the right knee really bent, and reach towards the sky. Once you get as much stretch up as you can get, then reach back. I don't care how low your left hand goes. I want to see nice big side body stretch on the right side. Peaceful warrior. Bend a little deeper into that right knee and reach the left arm around, trying to find the hip crease on the right side. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Bring your right arm back to warrior two, and then float the left arm out. Reach the arms towards the front of the mat and let the fingers float down towards your triangle pose. Bring your left hand to your left hip and bend into your right knee. Your right hand can come back to your right forearm can come back to your thigh. You can grab your strap and switch the strap over to the left hand. You just want to have tail hanging down here. Why are you not grabbing your strap? Can you?
I'm not gonna bind.
You're not going to bind? That works. Nancy's like, I'm not going to bind. So for you, you might just keep one hand back behind your back, right? Yeah.
So even that works.
Okay, then don't. Yeah, you got the right idea. All right. If you're heading for the bind, bring the right elbow to the inside of the right knee, just like we did in Happy Baby, and then reach under and find your strap. Now you can take as much leeway on that strap as you need to keep the right elbow and the right knee engaged and lift up through the heart, twisting to the left, looking up to the left. Now, some of you are going to shoot me, some of you are going to love this. Make certain that the strap is pulling on your thigh, all right, not your butt, it's not a thong. Look down at your right foot and float your left foot up next to your right foot. Now come to your right toes. So press into your right foot and try to sneak your left foot up. Lisa's like, left, right. If you want to come out, feel free to come out. A couple of folks are still with me. So as you press into the left foot, use the strap and your right flexor to start to lift the right leg up as one unit. Beautiful. Bird of Paradise prep. And then you just release the strap, let go, shake the legs out. Nice, guys. All right. So have the strap available on the other side of your mat. We'll do that same thing. You're doing the right thing, taking what you want. I kept going because the people on there were still going with me. So I'm like, okay, as long as I've got a few, we're going to keep going. All right, inhale, stretch all the way up. We're going to vinyasa our way back to that warrior two. So just follow your breath, taking the chaturanga if you like, meeting us in down dog if you prefer. And I'm going to watch so I can see. When we're all in down dog here, we'll take one more breath, plant that left foot, lift up through the right leg. Draw the left heel towards the floor, lift the right leg higher. Bend the right knee, swing it in and place it in between. Whoops, did I do the same side?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, press back to down dog. Sorry, guys. Press the right foot down, lift the left leg. There we go. Press the right heel towards the floor and lift the left leg higher. Now bend that left knee and bring it up into the chest. Hover there, and then bring the left foot through. Plant the right foot. Find your warrior two. Release into your warrior two. Flip your front palm and go for that reverse warrior. Again, remember, stretch up first and then back. It's a side body stretch. It's not a can you touch your right foot. Bring the right hand back and maybe find a bind. If that doesn't serve you, don't do the bind. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Bring the left arm back out towards warrior two arms. You can stay here and take a bound triangle, or you can release the right arm out and find your triangle pose. Different folks here have different things going on with shoulders. We want to honor those. Right hand comes down to the right hip. Look down at your left toes, bend into your left knee. If this is too intense, left forearm comes to the left thigh. Reach over, find your belt. Right hand is going to hold the straps. Place that over your back so that the strap falls about midway through the thigh. Then reach that left arm down, bring the left elbow and left knee together, and reach under and through, finding the strap on the other side. I got too much strap going here. I can't figure out what to grab. There we go. Now, once you've got that, feed the strap through enough that you can keep the left knee, left elbow engaged. And roll the right shoulder back and up. You're bursting that strap, pulling it apart. Look back down at the left foot, press into the left foot, push off with the right foot, and bring the right foot up next to the left. Make certain the strap is in the midline of the thigh. Step into the right foot, come to the left toes, lift the heart. Now you're welcome to stay right here, all right? If the strap is through your groin, like a thong, it's not gonna help you lift the thigh. So you wanna make certain that it's around the thigh. You see that? Then you start to straighten the standing leg. Maybe lifting the left knee for Bird of Paradise prep. And when you're done, take that left leg down, take the strap off, and just shake it all out. All right. As you're ready, find a chair pose. If you're on the floor, stay on the floor. We're gonna meet you down there. Exhale and release towards the floor, coming into your boat. Yep, so you just find a chair, you drop that chair all the way down, you find your boat. You got it, Deb. And then let's just row a couple of times, getting into the abs. And release the feet, grasp the shins, lift through the heart. And come back to neutral. Again, I'm gonna turn so everybody can see what's going on. We're gonna do some crunches. And the first set we're gonna do, we'll bring the arms into eagle. Draw the legs up and do 5 crunches, all right? Then we'll switch sides, we'll go out. We'll switch sides, do 5 more. We'll come back out. Now, what I want you to see is when we go for the full eagle crunch, we're gonna take our legs, cross them over like Gomukhasana. Reach up, draw the feet down towards the hips. Keep the legs here, just like they are. We'll lift them up. The leg that is going to be what would be your standing leg in eagle is gonna come over towards the left and the other toes come underneath. All right? That's how you find the double bind. Okay? All right, so come down onto your back. Nancy's doubtful. Come down onto your back and press your core into the floor. Relax your shoulders. Lift your arms up and cross, I don't care which way you go, your arms, either giving yourself a hug, backs of the hands together, or finding full eagle as we did at the beginning of class. You'll notice it will feel different in this position. Draw the legs up so that you've got a 90-degree angle at the hip and the legs and the knees. Flex the feet. Now, as you press the belly button towards the spine, do 5 crunches. Make certain that it's the core doing the work and not the neck. When you've done those, let the feet drop to the floor, let the arms stretch out. Nice big in and out breath. I was panicking because I was thinking this class ends at 10:15. I have an extra 15 minutes with you guys, yay. All right, take the arms up towards the sky. Whichever way you went before, do the other side, right? The other arm is on top for your eagle. Find your eagle arms, draw your knees up in line, 90-90, and then pull the belly button towards the floor, keeping the sacrum flat, and start your 5 crunches. Remember, they're not going to be huge moves. When you've completed 5 of those, lay the feet flat on the ground and stretch the arms out, letting the shoulders relax towards the floor. Take a breath in and out. And then draw the legs back up to parallel to the floor, bent at the knees. Lift the right leg up and cross it deeply over the left leg. Take the feet out nice and wide. Again, think cow face. Reach up and grasp your ankles. Might be your shins, different places, right? Now try to pull the ankles down towards the hips. Couple of breaths here. If you imagine Gomukhasana or cow face when we're normally sitting on our legs, this, for most of us, allows us to get a nice stretch in those same places, taking the weight of the body off the legs. Now keep those legs, the thighs, deeply crossed. Let the shins come back out parallel to the floor. We're going to draw the left shin way over towards the left side body, like we did in that bound twist at the beginning of class. Take the right toes underneath off to the right and see if you can get them under your left calf. Then you pull the left leg back towards the midline. Now take, since your right leg is on top, take the right arm on top and find your eagle arms and do 5 crunches. Unwind everything. Take the feet out wide, knees bent, and do an easy windshield wiper off to the right and then off to the left. Come back to the center. Draw the knees back to that 90-90. This time the left leg reaches up, crosses over. Take the feet nice and wide, find the ankles, and draw the feet down towards the hips. You'll find one hip wants to probably go fairly easily. The other hip wants to stop the action. So just like when we're on the floor, seated, we want to try to keep the feet parallel to each other across the midline of the body. So don't let one leg come all the way in and the other leg's sticking out waving, okay? Keep those thighs nice and deeply crossed as you bring the shins back parallel to the floor. Now the right leg rotates and comes way off to the right side as the left toes peek underneath that calf. Then try to draw the legs back straight. See, you're getting there.
It's just my knee with this cross.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's a little too hard.
Yeah, so don't go for the full expression then. Honor the knee, right? And then since you've got your left leg in front, let the left arm lead your eagle. And then 5 more crunches. Again, make certain that the neck and the shoulders are relaxed. It's your core pulling you up and releasing you. And when you've done those 5, unwind. Bring the knees and the feet out wide again. And this time go off to the left side first with the knees. And then back through onto the right side. Bring the feet back up into the midline. Walk the soles of the feet in close to the sit bones. Plant those heels. Draw the arms in close to the sides. Lift the fingers towards the sky. Lift through the chest and roll the shoulder blades underneath you. Engage the core. Lift up through the hips and find a nice little bridge pose. Couple of breaths here. Now make certain that the glutes are engaged, but not clenching, right? We're not over-efforting through the glutes. Pull in with the core, lift with the heart. So you come up higher on your shoulder blades. Squeeze those knees together as you plant the heels. Slide the arms underneath you, clasping your hands. This may be enough for your shoulders. If so, stay here. Want more sensation? Rock to one side, sliding the shoulder under you. Rock to the other side, sliding the shoulder under you. Lift higher through those hips. And breathe. Release your clasp. Let the back slowly release towards the floor. Draw the knees in towards the chest, grasping the shins. Rock gently side to side. Cross your feet at the ankles, keeping the knees in nice and tight. Start to rock stem to stern until you come all the way up to your seated position. I'm going to turn around so we can see one another. All right, stretch your legs out in front of you. Draw any flesh away from the sit bones. Grasp your strap. And we'll place the strap around the arch of the feet. hold on to the strap down nice and low by the feet. And then as you lift up through the back, feed the strap through the hands. So the strap is just an extension of your arms. Press out through the feet, lift up through the heart. You're welcome to stay right here. If you'd like to go deeper, exhale, bend those elbows out to the sides and nice flat back. Release the nose down towards the ankles or your toes. Now notice I'm not yanking on the straps. I'm just using them as an extension of my arms. If this feels okay and you want to drop your strap and grasp your leg, that's fine. Once you've got either the strap or the leg, lift through the heart, pushing the sit bones away, and then exhale and release a little closer to the legs. You got it, Deb. It's a more, you're right, it's a more subtle movement as you're upright like that. But as long as you're pushing your sit bones away from your heels, lifting through your heart, you're getting what we need here. Walk your hands back up your legs. Draw your right foot up into your left thigh. Again, pull that strap up around the arch of the left foot. Lift up and get lots of extension through the spine here. Relax the shoulders. Twist towards that left thigh. Exhale and forward fold. Nice flat spine. Take one breath here. Then you decide either I'm going to keep holding my strap or I'm going to drop the strap and grab my leg, your choice. When you're ready, pull through the heart and then exhale and release closer down to the leg. Walk the hands up the left leg, draw the right knee up towards the sky. Take the right foot up over the left thigh. Bring your hands back to support you. And if it feels okay, bend that left leg, bringing the left heel close to the right hip. Now we want to keep that right foot planted and the right knee towards the sky. So you can use your hands and draw that knee up. Draw the right, try to snug that right hip down towards the floor. Take the left arm around the right knee, again pulling the spine long against the thigh, right hand behind the right hip, and twist to the right. Nice big breath in and out here. And then unwind this twist, unwind your legs. Coming back, stretching through the legs. Shake them out a little bit. We'll head straight to Janu Shirsasana on this side. So pull that left leg up and in. Now, if your knee is bothering you, right? We're in the same boat here, right? You lay the leg there and you go, a little too much. I'm going to take that left foot further down, all right? Bring the strap around the arch of the right foot. Lift up through the heart. Nice flat back. Make certain that you're aiming towards the right leg. So you've got a slight twist in the body. And then exhale and fold over that right leg. A couple of deep breaths in and out. And then maybe we drop the strap. Hands come to the floor, the shin. Lift through the heart, flattening the back more. Exhale and float the chest further towards the thigh. Walk the hands up the right leg, lifting up. Draw the left knee up towards the sky. Take the left foot up and over the right leg. Hands come behind you. Roll that right leg back. Use your arms to help pull the left foot flat, left knee towards the sky. Snug that left hip down. Really pull that left knee in close to the chest. Left arm reaches behind you. Lift up through the heart. Twist to the left. Couple of nice deep breaths here. And then unwind. Coming back, undoing. Stretch out long on your mat. And bring a block with you here. I'm going to offer a restorative pose as your Shavasana. Now, quick yogi's choice, if you're feeling all stretched out and you're on your mat and there's something you want to do, go for it. When you're ready for your Shavasana, we're simply going to press into an easy bridge, slide the block on its flattest plane underneath your sacrum, and lay your sacrum down on the mat, on the block. This is a block. Let the shoulders relax towards the floor, externally rotating the palms towards the sky. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Now your sacrum should feel nice and comfortable on the block. If it doesn't, bring the feet back down to the ground, rearrange, and get that block comfortable. You can keep the knees in close to the chest for squirrel pose if you like, or you can stretch the legs up towards the sky for waterfall. As you squeeze the inner edges of the legs together gently, no over-efforting, this is Shavasana after all. Let the weight of one leg leaning on the other help hold the legs there. If the knees are bent, try not to resist against the weight of the thighs, pulling the knees closer to the chest. So try to melt into whatever variation of this pose you've chosen. And as always, if neither of those feels comfortable for you, you're always welcome to come into a more traditional corpse pose for Shavasana. For those of you at home that maybe can't hear the music, the song that we have playing in studio is one I'd like you to let your mind rest on. Imagine by John Lennon, a time of healing and peace. If your legs are extended, then bend your knees, bringing the knees in closer to the chest. We'll all drop our heels down to the floor, lifting up through the sacrum, drawing the block out from underneath, relaxing the spine back down, allowing a moment here to let the legs rest and the spine reset. Take a breath in and out. Maybe wiggle the fingers and the toes. As you're ready, draw the knees in towards the chest, grasping the shins. If your back would like it, feel free to rock slightly. And as you're ready, roll to one side, allowing yourself time for a deep breath in and out as you prepare to move off your mat and back into your day. When you're ready, use your hands and your legs to help you rise up, finding an easy seated position, hands at the heart center, eyes softly closed. I'd like to leave you with a quote from Mother Teresa as we move through these crazy, crazy times that we're in right now, these memory-making times. She says, "Be happy with the moment. That is enough. Each moment is all we need. That is enough." Take a breath in and be aware of this moment. Take a breath out and be thankful for that moment, knowing that we never are guaranteed the next moment. So each one needs to be precious, a gift. I recognize that, and I want to thank you so much for sharing some of your moments this morning with me. Namaste. Thank you, ladies. I always have to be careful because I've gotten in the habit of saying thank you, ladies, and then the guys are like, hello, what am I? Am I chopped liver? What am I? So, let me open up the mics here. How we all doing?
Good.
Good. Feel okay?
Yeah.
Good.
I think I'm able to keep up enough.